Hello everybody, Cooper here, and welcome back to another episode of Youth to Gold here on Cricket Captain 2024. Today, we are going to get through the second lot of Vitality Blast matches. If you didn't watch the last episode, you are welcome to go back and watch it. We did have our first lot of games where it's sort of mixed bag of results, 1-2, lost 2, but now we've got 4 more games today. And then we are back into some first-class cricket, which we'll probably cover in the next episode. First game of today, we're playing Derbyshire away from home. Our first couple of games today are away from home, and I believe the last one is at home. I think we go unchanged. There's nothing really for us to do at this point in time. We just don't have the depth in the positions that we would want with some of the guys that we will have in the future with terms of youth prospects. But we've obviously got Chris Follet at the top of the order, Prithvi Shaw, who's been doing very well, Vasconcelos, who's been solid at 3, but just our middle order has really struggled for runs so far in the Vitality Blast. Bowlers haven't been too bad. Sanderson's probably been the least strong, although just in terms of economy, David Willey's obviously got less wickets. Alex Russell's been really good. Scrimshaw's not been too bad. Ashton Agar played a couple of games. He's been the best of the bowlers so far, and Raza, although did take 6 for in the first game, was 1 for 37 in the next. So, as I said, bit of a mixed bag. But I'm confident we can get a result here today against Derbyshire. We've got a decent pitch. So if we bat first, I think we could put on a decent total. And we have won the toss. We will bat first. I can't wait for this innings. Pretty solid display for us in the first innings of the episode. I'm pretty happy with how we played. We had really good contributions for basically all parts of the order, apart from number 2 and number 3. Prithvi Shaw got a first ball duck in the first over. Vasconcelos fell in the second over, I believe. But Chris Follet got his half century inside the power play, I believe. He may have actually gone out in the first over after the power play. Bapara was really good, 63 of 37, 2 sixes, 7 fours. Raza had a little partnership with Bapara and sort of kept the dream alive a little bit, because we were sort of lingering around 5 for 136, got us to 6 for 178, and then the final few wickets fell quite cheaply. But then Scrimshaw in this last over hit 4, 4 and 2 to get the lead up to 194, the total up to 194, before getting LBW by Brown. We've already played Derbyshire, so I won't cover the players too much, but Darren Pavilion, I don't think he played against us last time. No, he didn't. So he's a first timer for us, 3 for 31. But everybody else, I basically remember from last time. Patrick Brown, 254. Patel, 1 for 34. Peter really gave us a hard time. He picked up 4 for 13 in that match. Dahl opening the bowling. We took really good care of him last time. He got none for 61. This time was 2 for 36. So really good total. Really happy with how it went. Predictor-wise, we've got a good shot at winning this one. Their predicted score is 176, but we have to bowl well. The surface is a bit of bounce, there's a bit of turn, but it's still, I think, a pretty strong batting surface, and we've got the bowlers to do a decent job if we have a look at the guys that we have here. Russell has been really good so far. Scrimshaw's been good. Willie, hopefully he can turn his form around. Sanderson needs to improve, but I think we'll be okay if we bowl nice and tight, nice and consistent. By some miracle, we have hung on and won this game. We win by 17 runs, bowling Derbyshire all out for 177. They were, 5 for 155. They absolutely smashed us early. Reese, 61 of 41, 8 fours, 2 sixes was awesome at the top of the order. Madsen and Guest, both of which got run out. Really good fielding by our part. I can't remember who exactly run them out, but they were scoring at basically 200. Same with Lamb, although he only faced the 6 balls. But then we were so expensive with the ball. Scrimshaw was going at over 14 runs and over. Willie was over 10 and run over. Alex Russell was over 10 runs and over. It got to, if I can find it, sort of this period here, where Sanderson and Raza were taking wickets. Willie got smashed for over, I think it was 14 in that last over. His third over. Raza picked up a wicket, and then Willie picked up a wicket after conceding 1 run off the over. Then I had a decision, because I think Scrimshaw and Russell each had 2 overs left to sort of finish off the innings, and then I gave Ravi Bopara the ball. He's yet to bowl for us. He bowled really good over, only conceded 4 in that first over, and they needed about 9 runs and over to win with 3 overs to go. Scrimshaw then took a wicket in the next over, but was expensive, conceded 15. And then Bopara bowled the next over, picked up 2 wickets, and we win. So Bopara 2 for 4, combined with his 63 in the first innings. I dare say will be player of the game, because that is outstanding play. Very happy with how we ended this game. As I said, we struggled early, but we got the result we needed. We're still outside of the playoff group, unfortunately, but we're 5 games in. We're a game less than a few other players, or a few other teams, I should say, also with a negative net run rate. We now have Worcestershire at home, who are in second place, and they are very good, so we have to be mindful of them. Again, we're going to go unchanged. Hopefully, the conditions are kind, which they are not, so this might be just a bowl first and take as many wickets as we can to restrict them. They've put us into bat after winning the toss, which I'm not super thrilled about. Again, same with Worcestershire as with Derbyshire. We've already covered them, and I believe we beat them last time, if I can remember correctly. But remains to be seen how we'll go this innings. Predictor has a scoring 159. You know, I'll probably take that on this pitch. It's pretty average, you know, for batting on, I will be honest. So hopefully, you know, 160, 170, I'll be happy with. Anything above that is just a bonus. We ended up with 168 in this innings. You know, I said if we could get 160, 170, I'd be happy. Considering the position we were in originally, I am very happy with this. We were 2 for 15, and then there was a really nice stand between Shaw and Bopara, and then the wheel sort of fell off in the middle. Bopara did keep the innings alive, but it was really Prithvi Shaw. Without him, we would have been in a lot of trouble. I think he might have been one of the last players dismissed. If we look at the partnership, yeah, he was the 8th wicket at 8 for 158. So he did a really good job just maintaining, being in the innings. 12 fours, 2 sixes, only at 38 balls faced, a couple of plays and misses, but was really, really solid. Raza, you know, although he only got 15, did keep the strike ticking along and the strike rate up, which is also important in 2020s. Even if you can get a quick 30 or so and you face 15 balls, that's, you know, very, very valuable. Follet really got his first failure as a T20 player. He's had a few failures in first class cricket, but in T20 cricket, I believe he is sort of averaging around the 40 range. If we have a look at that now, yeah, 45.4, which I think his second 11 T20 average is below 30. So I don't expect him to maintain that as an average for his career, but certainly a very good start for him as a T20 player, as an opener. But they need 169 to win 8.5 runs and over. And we also got out in the 16th over, which we were going at about 10 runs and over. We just ran out of wickets in the end. So had we batted maybe a little bit more cautiously, we would have got a better total. But Scrimshaw is going to open the bowling for us. The wicket, as we've sort of said, is sort of bowler friendly. So I'm confident we can get a win here. The predictor has us at a 54% chance of winning. They predict that they will score 153. So I think we'll be good. And if we just have a look at that match analysis again, you can see the run rate. We were scoring well over 100 at the 10 over mark, and then just sort of dipped towards the end of the innings. But I'm confident we can get a result, as I said. Fingers crossed. Everybody cross your fingers for me. This one would have to be our best bowling performance of the season. I was so impressed, especially with Willie and Scrimshaw with the new ball. We had them 6 for 29. Eventually, they were all out for 107. Everybody chipped in with the wickets. Very economical. Only Scrimshaw was going above 6 runs and over. I was so happy with how they bowled. They were exceptional. Tom Taylor led the way with the bat with 27 off 34, so less than a run a ball. It's only striking at 79. But they never really looked like winning this one. They were all out for 107 after 18.5 overs. We win very comfortably, and Prithvi Shaw gets player of the game. We are back in the top 3 with a game in hand as well. So if we win, we could potentially sneak into the top 2, maybe even the top of the table. We now go up against Warwickshire away once again for our third game of the episode, and they are currently first on the table. So if we have a look with everybody, oh, there we go. Now everybody, only us, Northamptonshire and Warwickshire, excuse me, have not played 7 games yet. So it'd be very interesting to see how it plays out. So if we win, I dare say we go top, depending on net run rate. But we'll see how it plays out. But I'm very excited. Warwickshire have a very good team, I assume, considering they are in the top of things. Let's have a look at their squad. I accidentally clicked on Durham there. But they got Sam Hain, who, as we know, has a very good T20 record. He played in the Big Bash at one point, if I'm not mistaken. Brisbane Heat, Hobart Hurricanes. Yes, he's been in and around the Big Bash. Will Rose, Yates. Actually, I'm looking at first class record, not T20. Yates does have a good T20 record, to be fair. Brian Bennett, who's a Zimbabwean international, has a good record. Alex Davies. I think he used to play for somebody else. I can't remember. I remember him from a few years ago. He used to play for Lancashire. That's who it was. We go a bit further down the list. I've obviously got Chris Wokes, Amir Jamal, who's a very good test bowler, averaging 20 with the ball after 3 tests. A little expensive with it. Danny Briggs, former international. Oliver Hannon-Dolby has a good record. So yeah, they've got a pretty good side. I think it's going to be a fantastic contest. The pitch, fast bowler friendly, not so much for spin. So it'll be interesting to see how Russell goes in this match. Although Raza has been taking less bowling responsibility with the emergence of Bapara's work with the ball. Because if we have a look, 2 for 4, then 1 for 21 with the ball. Very economic. I think we've got a good chance of going top of the table here. Remains to be seen. The top order was a little bit better in that last game. Ideally, this is a toss we want to win. We do win the toss. We will be batting first. Let's put some runs on the board. Follet is on 96. Goes for the pull shot. Gets his first T20 100. He is on fire this season. And he gets out later in the over. Oh, that is terrible. But what a performance so far in this T20 match. We have done very well. We've got 3 balls to go. I'm just going to turn the highlights off for this one. And we end up 8 for 202. Follet, 100 off 59, 14 fours, 2 sixes in a career high performance in T20 so far. But in terms of the rest of the squad, Prithvi Shaw did okay up the top of the order, 20 or 15, not his most explosive innings. We lost a few early wickets, but then there was a really nice partnership between Raza and Follet, and then Zabe as well. Got us to 6 for 179, and then as you've seen, Follet has just gotten his 100. Over 10 runs and over is required for Warwickshire to win this one. In terms of their bowlers, Chris Wokes picked up 2, Fulks picked up 2, Barnard and Lintop picked up 2 each. But none of them, actually apart from Barnard, were really that economical. Really happy with how we've performed here today. Bowling conditions are pretty good. There's a bit of bounce now. I'm a little bit concerned that we may lose this game, even though we've scored over 200. But if we win this game, I believe we go top of the table. Fingers crossed we can make something happen. We have absolutely smashed Warwickshire this innings. What a bowling performance. We had them 5 for 75 at the 10 over mark. And after 18.4 overs, it is all out for 131. Alex Russell, best bowler, 3 for 25. Sanderson, a really economical 2 for 15 after 3 overs. Willie wasn't too bad, 2 for 40. Scrimshaw, probably his best bowling performance in terms of actual economical goodness. I don't think I've actually constructed that sentence very well, but if we have a look at his current season, his T20 economy is 9.2 runs and over. He conceded at 6.25, well below average here. And Bapara as well, chipped in 1 for 26 after his 3.4, but 12 dot balls in that to win by 71 runs. Chris Follet, of course, is the man of the match with his first T20 100, and he is performing well above expectations this season. In both first class cricket, T20 cricket, you name it, he does it. And if we look at the blast table after 7 games, we are the only team with 5 wins to their name. We don't actually have the best net run rate. That belongs to Durham. They are in second place, so we shouldn't take them for granted. We have one more game in this episode. Who is it going to be? It is Leicestershire at home. Now, Leicestershire currently in 4th. They're currently 4-3 with a positive net run rate. So I'm feeling confident that we will be able to get a result here. I dare say if we bat first, again, we'll put runs on the board, hopefully, and get a result. And then hopefully good things happen. I feel like we've done a really good job with bowling tightly. If we have a look at our T20 form this year, Sanderson, although did pick up wickets in the last game, really hasn't been all that great so far in the T20s. Russell's probably been our best bowler. Bapara's been good in the couple of overs he's bowled. Scrimshaw's been good. I wish David Willey be a little bit, a bit more of a strike bowler, but in terms of his career average, he's in and around there, so he's not exactly underperforming. I wish with the bat he was a little bit better. Keogh, we might actually swap Raza and Keogh around in the middle order because Keogh's only averaging 11. With the bat, Zaib's only averaging 12. I think in terms with the bat, we've got Follet, who's obviously doing very, very well. In terms of Prithvi Shaw, that's not Prithvi Shaw. If we have a look at the current competition, he's averaging 33, which is basically in line with what he's averaging for this season. It's above career average, which is good. Vasconcelos is well below career average, unfortunately. Bapara, basically bang on as well. Raza, below, unfortunately, but he's 38 years old and he's probably going to retire at season's end. Keogh underperforming, Zaib underperforming, and the bowlers, I don't really worry about too much. But in terms of who can potentially come in, Broad could potentially come in for Keogh. For one game, we could see what he does as just a middle order player. Gay is actually back in form. He's got a couple of half centuries to his name. So when we get back into the first class stuff, he might come back in. Karunair could potentially play, although I don't think we can play with 3 overseas players is the only thing. But what I'm going to do is actually we're going to bring Broad in for a game. We'll bring Keogh out. We'll bat Broad at 5. Keogh we can send to the second 11 just for this game. Hopefully something good happens with the toss. We lose the toss, unfortunately. We're going to bowl first. And if we have a look at the Leicestershire lineup, they've got Rishi Patel. He's got an okay record. Lewis Hill, not too bad. Marcus Harris, not a known T20 player, but, is still a solid player. Buttinger, not that great. Lewis Kimber, plays for the Birmingham Phoenix, has an excellent one-day record. T20 is not fantastic. Mulder, he's okay. Ben Cox, he's been around for a while. Trevescus, not great. Ian Holland is really good, bat and ball. And then Ryan Ahmed, as we know, is a beast in this game. Oh, they've also got Tom Scriven, who I almost forgot about. He has got a very good bowling record. But yes, early wickets will be key. If we go to the predictor score is 157. We have got a 52% chance of winning this one. According to the predictor, it's a bit overcast, which should favour us. Hopefully, we can get another win here to end the episode. Unfortunately, we couldn't quite get them all out, although we do restrict them to 174, which, we had them 582, and then there was a massive partnership in the middle order between Marcus Harris and Ben Cox. Marcus Harris, who we slagged off in the intro of this game, ended up with 81. There was a couple of good bowling performances. Ravi Bapara was not one of them. He got 2 for 51, although he was on a hat trick at one point. Did get hit for 6 off the next ball. Alex Russell picked up 1 for 42, and probably his worst T20 bowling performance so far in this save file. Sanderson was really good. Scrimshaw and Willie were really good with the new ball. But yeah, we had them 5 for 185. Sorry, 5 for 82. To then go 6 for 156. To then take 3 quick wickets. Couldn't quite finish them off, unfortunately. But you know what? It is not the end of the world. Predictor has a scoring 154. It's going to take a big run chase, almost 9 runs and over to get this one done. But based on recent form that Chris Follet has been in, not just in first class cricket, but T20 cricket, suggests that we will be able to get it done. But we need other guys to stand up because Follet can't score 175 by himself. Oh my lord, there's a 6 for the win. There is no way we should have won this one. Raza, 59 not out. Drags us back from a position where there was no way we should have won this. 5 for 52, 6 for 70, 7 for 104. Ends up at 8 for 175. Raza, 59 of 38. Unfortunately, Follet did not come through with his phenomenal T20 form. He was out for 4 of 3 balls. But it was the bottom order that got us through this one, incredibly. Zabe, 12 of 8. Willie, 19 of 15. Scrimshaw was awesome with the bat. A career high score in any format. And then Alex Russell, my guy, with the ball. 14 not out of 8 deliveries, 3 fours in it. But Raza was the man in this one. He gets player of the game. And miraculously, we stay atop the ladder. 6 games to go in the T20 Blast. I'm very happy with how this has gone. In the next episode, we will have the couple of games in the County Championship. If we have a look here, we have 2 games in the County Championship. And then we have the rest of the Vitality Blast, depending on how long that takes. We may include all those Vitality Blast games. Obviously, the County Championship games do take a little longer, so I'm not going to promise anything. But I have a few team changes that I need to make because Bapara, Raza don't play first-class cricket anymore. Prithvi Shaw is obviously one of our overseas players. Who the second one is going to be, I have no idea. But that will be something to ponder for the next episode. But thank you everybody that tuned into this one today. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy. And until next time, I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you guys then. Bye.